All right, we are back. So everybody, hope you had a chance to grab a drink, grab a coffee, what have you. We've got an exciting topic coming up here around one of the biggest developer experiences for anybody within Magento open source and Adobe Commerce, which is upgrades. And so, with that, I'd like to introduce Sergey, Smita, and Mark. And they're going to talk about some of the great work that's happening around the upgrade compatibility tool and really some improvements that are planned this year to help with that. With that, I'll hand it off to them.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our session on simplifying upgrades with Upgrade Compatibility Tool. I have Sergey and Mark with me, and we will be presenting the content for you for the next 30 minutes. We have a very full and informative session, so without wasting much time, actually, I'm going to jump right into it and go over the session with you. So let's get started with the agenda. Before we jump into the session, we have some very exciting news for you about recent updates to support and release dates. So we will cover that. And then after that, we will talk about why should you be upgrading to 244, which is our next upcoming release. After that, we will be talking about how should you be planning your next upgrade. So we will cover the different upgrade options that we have for you. And then we will cover how to prepare for an upgrade by talking about two tools which can come in very handy. So they are Upgrade Compatibility Tool and Magento 2 PHP Storm plugin. In the end, we will do a question and answer, but I encourage you to ask questions throughout the presentation in the chat, and we will try our best to get them answered. If any question is unanswered towards the end, we will definitely take it over and answer them towards the end of the presentation. So with that, I will actually jump into our session. So we want to share some very exciting new updates with you. Our upcoming release, version 244, is coming this March, and it will give you access to a lot of robust features and significant performance improvements. To support you with your upgrade, we have actually made 3 changes to our schedule, and we are offering you these different changes basically to provide you with time and flexibility when you're planning for your next upgrade to 244. So let's go over these changes. So first, we have shifted our end of support date of the 2.3 release line to September 8th of this year. So this has been done to provide customers who are on 2.3 release line with additional time to upgrade. So even though we have this additional time, we strongly encourage our customers to upgrade at the earliest convenience so that they can get access to the new version that is PCI compliant and has all benefits that come with the 244 as soon as possible. The next is the new end of support. The next change with the new end of support date is the 2 additional security patches that we are adding with 237 and 243 to our release in August. And then the next change is with respect to our extended support. So we are providing extended support for versions which are based on PHP 7.4. So this is basically 2.3.7 and 240 to 243. So this will give our customers an additional time as they are planning to upgrade to 244 and higher. We have more information about these changes in our blog. So I highly encourage our customers to go to the Adobe blog and read more about it. So let's try to visualize some of these changes on our release calendar. So as you are aware, in March 2022, we have the Q1 releases. So we have 244, 243P1, and 237P3 release. And you can see that the 2.3 end of support has been extended to September 2022. Our next release after that is the August 2022 release, where we have added 2 additional security-only patch, which you can see as 243P3 and 237P4. And then the next one is with respect to the changes that we made last year, where we aligned our end of support dates with PHP end of life dates. So with that, 240 to 243 was going end of life in November. So soon after that, we will start the extended support, which will give you additional time to plan for your upgrade to 244 or higher. Next, let's talk about why should you be upgrading. So we have 244, which is coming, in the March 2022. Now, as you upgrade to version 244 or higher, you will get a more robust feature set and significantly better site performance. Additionally, the updates to the core will become lighter and lighter as we continue to decouple new features from the core. As a result, you'll spend less time and money on future updates to the core code and receive updates to the SaaS feature you have installed with minimal effort, which will allow you to grow your business faster. In addition, you're getting access to the tools that maximize your conversions and sales. You're getting features that will accelerate and make your operation more efficient, tool that actually provide you platform health and security, and major performance enhancements and benefits that are coming with PHP 8.1. Now that we understand that what is the value of upgrading to 244, let's talk about the various upgrade options that you have as you plan for your next upgrade. So first, let's talk about if you are on 2.3, 2.3.6 or lower. So you have a couple of different options here. So your first option is option A, which is to get to 244. As you know that 244 will GA in March 2022. You can start working on that now. So you have basically 6 months to upgrade, which will give you enough time to try to get to 244. But one of the downsides of this option would be that you would be on the non-secure version of 2.6 or 2.3.6 for a longer period of time. However, you do have other options. So you can also get to 237, which is like, you stay on the patch path, which is like you take P2, P3, and P4, and until you get to a point where you're ready to do the major upgrade. Now, the downside of this option is that you miss out on the features of 244, and depending on when you want to upgrade, you might have to pay additional extended support fee, as well as you might have to take additional measures to remain PCI compliance. So, and the next option would be if you're basically on 2.3.7. So again, the same sort of like pros and cons, but we won't go over them each of them one explicitly. So things were pretty similar here. With option A, you can work on upgrading to 244, but it may not be the favorable time for some of the merchants based on the 2022 development plans. With option 2, you can either take the P3 patch in March and then directly jump to 245, skipping 244 altogether. But you are actually missing out some of the features in the meantime while you're preparing for upgrade. Or the other thing is you can take the patches before shifting to the extended support path, which does come with additional cost, which I said about extended support. And then, you have to take measures to remain PCI compliant. Now, let's talk about your option if you are on 240 to 243. So our recommendation here would be to do your best to get to 244 before November and get all the benefits of 244 so that you don't have to do upgrade until to 2024. With this option, if you have 243 patch path, that is you take the security only patches and then you move to 245, so something similar to what we talked about earlier. Or then again, you also have the option of getting onto extended support, where you take patches and then move to extended support, pay the additional cost, and take additional measures for PCI compliance. Now, finally, what if you are on 243 and now this new upgrade is coming out? What options do you have in that case? Well, you can continue to adopt the patches and then move to 245 in August, or you can take the P3 and move to the extended support and plan to upgrade during your extended support period. So this basically gives you a different idea of different options you have with respect to upgrade based on which Adobe Commerce version you are on. So then next, let's talk about what are the tools that you have which will help you for this into this upgrade process. So I have Mark and Sergey who will be covering that. I'll now hand over to Sergey to actually talk about the upgrade compatibility tool, which is definitely going to help you with your upgrade process. Over to
Thank you,
you.
Smita. Let me check. Please tell something if you can hear me, just in case.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Great, great. Yeah, my name is Sergey Vashchenko, and I will continue on. Basically, you see that we understand how complex can be, how big of the challenge can be an upgrade for a highly customized Adobe Commerce projects, and we are providing various options to go through your upgrade path, and probably upgrade compatibility tool is the project that will help you to estimate the upgrade and decide which specific option would be, better to take. So upgrade compatibility tool is one of the things we are doing to make the upgrades easier. And this tool is a command line application that can be downloaded via Composer, and it can be executed against customized Adobe Commerce project to analyze its compatibility with any higher Adobe Commerce version. So basically, for example, if you have Adobe Commerce uh, customized project on version 2.3.6, and you will download and launch upgrade compatibility tool against this project and specify the target upgrade version as 2.4.4, the tool uh, is going to analyze all the custom modules inside the project, and for each custom module, it will display all the list of issues that will need to be addressed before the system is ready for upgrade to the new Adobe Commerce version. The issues that are validated by the tool are, first of all, any removed code references. So the references to the code that was removed in the future version, in the target version of Adobe Commerce. And code references, I mean, includes classes, interfaces, properties, constants, any kind of references. Then references to non-API core code. While non-API core code is still present in the future version, however, we are not completely tracking we cannot completely guarantee the behavior that behavior of this non-API code was not changed, and that it wasn't changed, and it will not impact the functionality of your customization. So it's highly recommended to try to avoid depending on non-API code and try to depend on the classes interfaces marked as API instead. The deprecated code usages will also be reported as warnings. The deprecated code will still be present on the target version in this case. However, if the code was marked as deprecated, it means that there is an alternative implementation, and this alternative implementation can be used as the entry point by other custom extensions. For consistency and integrity, it's better to switch from the deprecated code usage to the alternative as soon as possible. And in addition, upgrade compatibility tool contains the important checks from Magento Coding Standard project that are PHP-CS rules. Specific rules are selected that are most important for checking compatibility, security of the project, and also considering that with 2.4.4 we are providing PHP 8.1 compatibility. PHP 8.1 compatibility checks are also included in upgrade compatibility tool. As a result of tool execution, you can get three types of report. The first one is CLI report, just an instant feedback in the console with list of all the issues and the summary. JSON report that is useful for integrations. So UCT can be used, for example, as part of your CI/CD to provide the initial results and then track the progress of preparation to the upgrade. And there is also HTML report that displays several diagrams for high-level overview, as well as really nice representation of quality of each custom module within your project with all levels of issues and down to all the files and all the lines that needs to be addressed. Apart from the main compatibility check, UCT includes some additional useful functions, some additional useful command line commands that first of all is a check of core code modification that helps you not only to ensure that the Adobe Commerce core code was not modified, but also displays the differences between the dependency versions, composer dependency versions of vanilla Adobe Commerce project and customized project. There is a separate command for comparison of GraphQL schemas that can list all the differences between two GraphQL endpoints to help with the front-end upgrade. And there are also lots of options for the customization compatibility checks that will help you to filter the results and display only the most important issues for you. Please explore these options when you will get a chance to download and take a look on the upgrade compatibility tool. One thing I would like to mention, upgrade compatibility tool can be downloaded using Composer only if you have the Adobe Commerce keys. However, the next step that we have done for upgrade compatibility checks, moving it closer to the developer, is upgrade compatibility tool integration into PHP Storm plugin. That will be covered by Mark Finesta. Mark.
Thank you, Sergey. Yeah, as Sergey mentioned, I will cover. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, I will cover the PHP Storm plugin. This is something, yeah. Basically, there was the Magento PHP Storm plugin, and we have recently integrated the UCT, the upgrade compatibility tool that Sergey has presented. Basically, what we want to achieve with that is avoid the compatibility issues during the development phase. And basically this tool, the built-in UCT, aims to achieve exactly the same issues coverage as the original Adobe Commerce UCT. To do so, you will need to configure this plugin. You can download it from the there's a branch marketplace, or you can install it directly on your PHP Storm IDE. You just need to look for Magento PHP Storm, and after that, you will need to enable it through this frameworks tab. Okay, coming back to the slides. Okay, there are three different ways to use this plugin. First one is run the compatibility inspections in a run tool window. Second is run the inspections in real time, just on the files that you have open. And the third one is run the inspections manually through the user interface on the selected scope of files. Let's check them out. First one is run the compatibility inspections in a run tool window. So yeah, this will return exactly well the familiar output that we were seeing on the upgrade compatibility tool. And this one is the most complete. There are different advantages from using this one, such as all the problems are gathered in one place. There are links to the problem files. There is this report in JSON format, which is really handy for integrations, as Sergey mentioned. And also you have links to the web page with detailed descriptions of all the errors. Let's see how this works. So after installing the plugin, you need to go to Tools and configure the upgrade compatibility tool that you will find under Tools. So here you have to choose the current version, the coming version, and the path to analyze. In this case, I'm selecting the root folder. And finally, you are selecting the minimum issue level that you want to display, warning, error, or critical error. I will set it up as warning. Finally, you will be able to run the upgrade compatibility tool. So by doing so, I'm analyzing everything in this Magento installation. And here is like the complete report with the summary, the JSON file that we mentioned before, and all the different errors, warnings that we have found. So for instance, I click this link and I will have the file here, and I will be able to check the lines with the exact error. This seems cool, right? So let's go one step further because this is useful, but we want to show something even more useful. So, and I will do a little bit of spoiler here because I will show how to run inspections in real time. So you go here, inspections. I will create a separate profile, which is going to be UCT, and I will enable just the ones for UCT. Sorry. So which are the inspections in real time? So for inspections in real time, we don't need to run the UCT tool intentionally. And this is more suitable for use during the development. So as I said, we need to enable it here, and I will select the ones for UCT, which are API, deprecation, and existence. I will apply these changes. Okay. And now, apart from this information here, we have the code highlighted, and we have some tooltips showing up when we are mouse hovering the different invalid lines. Yeah. So yeah, let's move to the third way to run this tool, which is run inspections manually. So in this case, we need to select the scope through the user interface and click inspect code. And then we will need to choose the inspection profile. In this case, we will get the output be a list of files and errors in a tree format. And the result of the inspection would be more suitable for code refactoring when eliminating problematic code. So let's come back to the PHP Storm. And for instance, I will select this one, right click. I can say inspect code. And in this, use the profile that I just created. And the output here is this list. And also we are having for this file, we have this error, and you can come and jump here with the same tooltips that we have seen before. So yeah, moving forward, last but not least, the PHP Storm plugin provides a way to run UCT through the run debug configurations. And that's basically a graphical user interface for the upgrade compatibility tool. So this can be done through this through this add configuration here, and you need to select the upgrade compatibility tool. You will have this the plugin installed. Select the UCT executable. That's what Sergey mentioned before. You will need to have Adobe Commerce license keys for that. You need to have you will need to provide the project root and the path to analyze. By default, it's going to be the root folder and the coming version. In this case, I will choose this one. And as before, the minimum issue level, which can be warning, error, or critical error. I will apply changes. Okay. And now this is available here, and we can just run the tool. Oops. Something failed here. Okay, something was unexpected here.
Yeah, probably using the development code. Believe us, it works on the on the code that you can get
use
from
a
production.
different branch. Yeah. In this case, we are getting exactly the same report that Sergey has shown before, and I would like to mention that we need to install it. You can the UCT, you can do it through Composer or download the code, and also you need to have the Adobe Commerce license keys. And I think that would be all from my side. This is maybe Sergey, you want to jump into this?
Yeah, sure. So check out all the resources that you can see on the slides. You can make a screenshot. Now to be able to find them, and I can probably try to share them in the chat. So I will send the most important link that is going to have the references to all other links. They're covering basically everything we have told you from the beginning, like from starting from the upgrade schedule. And there is a separate section for upgrade compatibility tool that covers both the command line tool and the inspections that you can find in PHP Storm plugin. I hope you liked the live demo that Mark has shown you. I think that the functionality of upgrade compatibility tool is just like a some magical time machine that is allowing you to see, to implement your customizations while seeing how they are going to work or not work in the future, displaying the errors from the future versions. Check it out. That's really cool. I love it. And if you will have any feedback for us, any ideas, or in case you need any help, you would like to discuss anything, we are always available in Magento open source Slack workspace. And there are two channels. The first one that is most likely you can find us in is upgrade compatibility tool Slack channel, and the second one related to specifically to PHP Storm plugin is PHP Storm plugin channel. So join the channels. We are always announcing news, any new functionality. Upgrade compatibility tool is in active development right now, and we are adding improvements to it and releasing it almost every 2 weeks. So check it out. The functionality will be growing. So Ryan, I have shared the main link. If you will navigate to this link, you can you will be able to find all other information. That's a question from Ryan, if we can share the links. And there was a question from Torben in the general channel asking if PHP Storm plugin is available For community, for people that do not have Adobe Commerce Keys, yes, Adobe PHP Storm plugin, including compatibility inspections, is open source.
Yeah, I think if there are no more questions, we wanted to flash in our email IDs as well. So feel free to reach out. In case you have more questions, and happy to answer them. You can also use the Slack channel, which Sergey showed on the previous slide. Happy to help in any way we can. Thank you so much again for joining the session today. And feel free to reach out if you have more questions. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to Smita, to Sergey, and Mark on an exciting topic around the upgrade experience.